Too. My other son actually played at K-State, so Will Howard at K-State before he moved over.
I've never seen more good on good with these players as you're studying them, get ready for the season. Did you notice that and transfer?
Will Howard had one final shot when he left Kansas State and entered the transfer portal. People say this a lot, but for Howard, it truly was sink or swim. And boy, did he make the most of it. Howard found tremendous success at Ohio State, helping lead the Buckeyes to a national championship. Under Ryan Day's system, Howard discovered a new gear in his game, showing exceptional poise in crucial moments, especially on critical third and fourth downs. But the NFL is a different beast altogether. Howard's journey from championship glory to NFL prospect hasn't been smooth sailing. After that national championship win, his draft stock initially saw a substantial rise, but the honeymoon didn't last long. The NFL Combine changed everything for Will Howard. While top prospects like Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter opted to skip the event to avoid potential missteps, Howard chose to participate. That decision quickly backfired. Will Howard's throws were inconsistent, with some passes missing their targets entirely, either sailing over receivers or falling short. The backlash was swift and harsh. Fans and analysts alike began questioning his abilities, with some even labeling it as the worst combine performance of all time. Howard's draft stock plummeted in real time, right before our eyes. Former NFL MVP Cam Newton wasn't having any of it. On his podcast 4th and 1, Newton came to Howard's defense, offering a perspective that only someone who's been through the NFL draft process could provide. Newton stated,
"That's a true narrative. Is this something that will affect your draft stock, or is it just oversized?"
I think the thing about the combine is this. That's not going to make or break you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was Will Howard projected?
Newton pointed out how Howard's situation at Ohio State was vastly different from the artificial environment of the Combine. He said,
Will Howard probably had the best receiving core in all of college football. Just put it in the motherfucker vicinity.
And I'm gonna
Jeremiah Smith, as a freshman, was probably the best put-together receiver in all of college football.
Howard benefited from elite targets like Jeremiah Smith during his college career. But Newton also acknowledged the unique challenges quarterbacks face at the Combine. This isn't just empty talk from Newton. He understands firsthand how the Combine's artificial environment can make even talented quarterbacks look ordinary.
Respect. Admire shit. That motherfucker set the tone. Like, he's 17 years old, motherfucker, making plays like that at Alabama?
Yeah.
Shit.
So in regards to Will Howard, you saying since he had so much talent,
yes,
it kind of exposes his game?
Yeah, but going to the Combine, like, bro, you don't.
Newton has been through this process himself and knows that game film and winning matter far more than scripted drills. Newton's most powerful defense of Howard came when he addressed what actually matters to NFL coaches and executives. Newton's point hits at the heart of what NFL teams truly value. Winning trumps everything else. Howard proved he could win at the highest level of college competition, leading Ohio State to a national title. The former Panthers quarterback went even further, questioning the entire evaluation process.
Like let's stop this narrative of, hey man, you going to the Combine to get drafted. Bro, I guarantee you, if you ask any NFL scout, could they do the draft today? And I guarantee you they already know who they want. They already know.
Kind of set in stone.
The Tennessee Titans know already who they want.
Newton's argument suggests that most teams already have their draft boards largely set. The Combine serves more as confirmation bias than actual evaluation. Teams know who they want. They're just looking for reasons to justify their existing preferences. According to experts, Howard is projected as a mid-round selection despite his championship pedigree. Critics maintain that Howard's success stemmed largely from the talented supporting cast at Ohio State, including standout freshman receiver Jeremiah Smith. Newton's comments didn't just defend Howard, they called into question the entire Combine process. While acknowledging its importance, Newton emphasized that the most valuable aspects of the Combine aren't even televised.
And that's what it is. Here we go, next clip.
So while Will was missing dots, and we have experienced the loudest 40-yard dash known to man.
He explained that teams use the combine primarily for face-to-face meetings with prospects. These meetings allow teams to probe prospects about their personal lives, family backgrounds, and how they respond to questioning. They already got you picked, bro. They just want to see how you answer certain questions. This is their first time being around you, and they want every reason to choose you unless you give them a reason not to. This insight reveals the combine as less of a physical evaluation and more of a character assessment. Teams already know what players can do physically based on their college film. They want to know who these young men are as people. Newton also highlighted the importance of simply participating in the combine, regardless of performance. Newton argued, "Will Howard not throwing at the combine? Like, he needs every opportunity that he can get to get drafted. Whether he did it or not, I just like nerds to compete, bro." This is where Newton's comments started to aim at prospects who skipped the combine entirely, most notably Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Newton values competitors who are willing to put themselves out there, even at the risk of looking bad. This perspective suggests that by skipping the combine, players like Sanders might be revealing something about their character. An unwillingness to compete in less than ideal circumstances. Despite the combine setback, there may be a silver lining for Will Howard. NFL Network analyst Daniel Jeremiah suggested a potential landing spot. He said, "If you're looking for a place for Will Howard, it's pretty easy dots to connect if the Raiders aren't super active in addressing the veteran side of things. Who knows Will Howard better than Chip Kelly? So why would that not be an opportunity for him somewhere one day to land with a coach that he is very familiar with?" Howard's connection to the $6 million worth former Buckeyes OC Chip Kelly could provide him with a soft landing in the NFL. Additionally, the precedent of Geno Smith developing as a third-round pick might give Howard a path to follow. The consensus seems to be that Howard isn't ready to be a QB1 immediately. His performance didn't showcase readiness to lead an NFL offense from day one. However, with strong support and time to develop under a safety net, Howard could grow into a valuable NFL quarterback. To understand why Howard's combine performance matters, we need to examine his actual skills as a quarterback. According to PFF's scouting report, Howard has several notable strengths. Getting the ball to playmakers. While at Ohio State, Howard did a great job of getting the ball out of his hands and to his multitude of playmakers. The Buckeyes' offense was a well-oiled machine, and Howard was at the head of it. His pocket presence also stands out. Howard had his fair share of clean pockets while at Ohio State, but even when those pockets weren't clean, he still showed he could manage them efficiently. Howard did a great job of getting rid of the ball or getting out of the pocket to avoid sacks. However, the report also highlights concerning weaknesses. Arm talent. Howard has never had the strongest arm or the ability to throw from multiple angles. It's not a huge detriment to his future prospects, but it limits his ability to make plays when things aren't perfect. Perhaps most damning is his tendency to predetermine throws. He seemed to predetermine where he was going to throw the ball and too often threw it despite not getting that same favorable pre-snap look. It led to a higher turnover-worthy play rate than some of his peers. Newton's point is clear. Will Howard won a national championship. That achievement should carry more weight than a poor showing in shorts and t-shirts throwing to unfamiliar receivers.
This just in out of the NFL, the Commanders are re-signing linebacker Bobby Wagner to a one-year contract. That's the latest from our Jonathan Jones. The deal is reportedly worth up to $9.5 million, $8 of that guaranteed in his first season with Washington.
The Washington Commanders shocked the NFL world in 2024, completing one of the most dramatic transformations in recent league history. After struggling at the bottom of the standings, they catapulted to elite status, reaching the NFC Championship game in a season that nobody saw coming. This remarkable reversal of fortune came in Dan Quinn's first season as head coach, as the team finished with an impressive 12-5 record. It marked their best campaign since the Super Bowl-winning 1991 season. The rookie quarterback-led squad demonstrated that with the right pieces and leadership, an organization can transform almost overnight. Yet despite this success, the Commanders know they need to keep building if they want to take the next step in 2025. They've already started making moves to strengthen their roster. The Commanders' front office, led by general manager Adam Peters, wasted no time making significant moves this offseason. With approximately $75 million in cap space available, they've already executed some important transactions. One major acquisition came when they sent a fifth-round draft pick to the San Francisco 49ers in exchange for versatile offensive weapon Deebo Samuel. Despite questions about Samuel's reliability in the passing game during 2024, the dynamic playmaker fought through multiple injuries and even pneumonia last season. Meanwhile, rumors continue swirling around star defensive tackle Jonathan Allen, who might be traded as the team evaluates which free agents to retain and which to let walk. These decisions will be crucial for their continued success. But one massive piece just fell into place that has the entire organization, especially Jaden Daniels, absolutely ecstatic. The Commanders have re-signed future Hall of Fame linebacker Bobby Wagner to a one-year deal. This huge announcement came on Thursday, March 6th, when NFL Network's Mike Garafol and Ian Rappaport broke the news. Wagner's new contract is worth up to $9.5 million, with $8 million fully guaranteed. This actually represents a significant pay increase from his 2024 deal, which was worth $6.5 million, with only $6.06 million guaranteed. The organization clearly values what Wagner brings to Washington. At 34 years old, some might question investing in an aging linebacker, but Wagner's play hasn't slipped a bit. He remains one of the most consistent and reliable middle linebackers the league has ever seen. He was the heartbeat of the Commanders' defense last season and will look to build on that foundation in 2025. When the news broke about Wagner's return, Jaden Daniels couldn't contain his excitement. The young quarterback immediately took to Instagram to share his emotional reaction, posting a story that simply said, "Let's go!" Daniels tagged Wagner in his post, making it clear just how thrilled he was about his veteran teammate's return to Washington. The reaction might seem surprising coming from a quarterback about a defensive player, but the relationship between these two runs much deeper than their positions on the field. Since when does an offensive player get this excited about a defensive signing? Since when does a 24-year-old rookie quarterback care this much about a veteran linebacker almost 11 years his senior? The answer is simple. The Washington Commanders have successfully built a culture where team chemistry transcends positional divides and age gaps. The locker room has been completely transformed. What makes Daniels' reaction even more fascinating is the deep connection these two players developed during the 2024 season. Despite playing on opposite sides of the ball and being at completely different stages of their careers, they formed a powerful mentor-mentee relationship. Both hailing from Southern California, Daniels and Wagner found common ground beyond football. They spent significant time together off the field, with Daniels often playfully claiming he was the better basketball player of the two. In his own words, Daniels explained how their relationship evolved. "Obviously, I knew of him but didn't know him personally. But ever since I got here, we kind of just hit it off, and he's like a big brother to me and everything. Always giving game, taking care of us." This brotherly bond has been instrumental in helping Daniels transition from college to the professional ranks. Wagner's guidance helped the rookie quarterback become a pro at his position during his first NFL season. The veteran's influence extended far beyond defensive calls and tackles. Bobby Wagner's value to the Commanders extends far beyond his statistical contributions. Though those are impressive enough, coaches describe him as a coach on the field and the ultimate leader whose impact permeates throughout the organization.
Man, I just think we challenge each other in different ways. I think a lot of you guys see us like playing around a lot and talking a lot of trash, but I just think it's just been a really cool relationship that's kind of developed over a long time, and it's fun coming to work. It's fun poking fun at them, and gotta treat him like the child he is.
Defensive coordinator Joe Witt Jr. praised Wagner's character and influence. He said, "He's a humble man. He listens. He takes coaching. He takes the younger guys. He brings them in and is a mentor. I can tell him and talk to him within the game, and he could take what I'm saying and communicate it really well to the players." This leadership didn't come at the expense of on-field performance. Wagner led the Commanders with 132 tackles during the regular season, including 10 for loss. He started all 20 games Washington played, including 3 playoff contests, showcasing remarkable durability and consistency. His performance earned him second-team All-Pro honors and his 10th Pro Bowl selection. That level of sustained excellence is exactly why the Commanders prioritized bringing him back for the 2025 campaign. Wagner's decorated NFL career makes him a virtual lock for the Hall of Fame. The 2025 season will be his 14th in the league, a remarkable achievement for a position as physically demanding as middle linebacker. He has been selected to the Pro Bowl in all but 3 of his 13 NFL seasons, a testament to his consistent excellence. Wagner has earned 11 All-Pro selections, firmly establishing himself among the greatest to ever play his position. His crowning achievement came in the 2013 season when he helped lead the Seattle Seahawks to a Super Bowl victory. That championship pedigree is exactly what the Commanders need as they pursue their own title aspirations. Despite his advancing age, Wagner remains the gold standard at his position. His play in 2024 showed no signs of decline, and the Commanders are betting that trend continues in 2025. Re-signing Wagner represents just one component of Washington's broader offseason approach. The Commanders have made several other notable moves to retain key contributors from their 2024 squad. They've re-signed veteran tight end Zach Ertz to a 1-year deal worth up to $9 million with incentives, base value $6.25 million. Ertz experienced a career resurgence with Daniels in 2024, catching 66 passes for 654 yards and 7 touchdowns. All these numbers ranked second on the team behind only Terry McLaurin. Daniels reacted similarly to Ertz's return, posting 6 exclamation marks on Instagram to express his excitement. Fans quickly noticed the pattern, commenting, "Number 5 is happy," and "Keep making number 5 happy, Washington." This existing relationship helped facilitate Wagner's initial signing with Washington in 2024. The linebacker is what team insiders call a DQ guy, a player who embodies the values and approach that Quinn prioritizes. When Quinn took over as head coach, he brought in several veterans he trusted to help establish his culture. Wagner was perhaps the most important of these additions, serving as an extension of the coaching staff on the field.
With what you think the Niners should do with Brock Purdy, Steve Young?
Well, you got a little backdrop. I think the effort to make sure that we had Super Bowl ready teams the last few years while Brock was on his rookie contract.
The 49ers have finally put their cards on the table with Brock Purdy. What's the number? $45 million per year. Yes, you heard that right. The quarterback who led this team to a Super Bowl appearance is being offered just $45 million annually, and NFL insiders are calling it exactly what it is: hardball tactics. Jason LaConfora wrote on Twitter, 49ers playing hardball with Purdy is very on brand. Starting your offers at $45 million a year is something indeed. In today's quarterback market, that's practically an insult to a 25-year-old rising star with Purdy's resume. Let's break down this contract situation, what it means for Purdy's future in San Francisco, and why this lowball offer might come back to haunt the 49ers organization. First, let's talk about where Purdy stands right now. He's entering the final year of his ridiculously undervalued rookie deal, a $3.74 million 4-year contract that the 49ers signed him to as the last pick in the 2022 draft. Yes, Mr. Irrelevant has been the biggest bargain in the NFL over the past 2 seasons.